Hey guys, and welcome to Social Media 101, a virtual workshop designed to help you identify the best social media platforms for your business. There's a good chance if you found this workshop that you are already using social media in some way, but are you using it for your business? Hopefully, you will find out how to take this amazing tool and put it into practice for your business. Now, first things first, kudos to you for investing this hour in your company or brand. We know that you are going to learn something new today that you can take away and put into practice for your business. Now, a quick overview about us. Flourish is a woman-owned small business here based in the Rocket City, Huntsville, Alabama, and we are a full-service marketing and public relations agency. We support businesses of all sizes and provide a ton of resources to include strategic planning, digital marketing, web development, media and public relations, social media, and so much more. So, to give you a quick overview about this workshop today, we first want to say that while we'll be sharing some of our best tips and practices to get you started on creating profitable social media platforms, this is not the end-all be-all. Every company is different, which is what makes each business so special. If we were sitting down in front of you and getting to know your business backwards and forwards, we can provide you with a more specific recommendation. However, this presentation covers all the basics, and we hope that it will spark inspiration for you. So first, we're going to walk through 6 of the most popular social media platforms for businesses and help you determine which one is right for you. Second, we'll share Flourish's 5 best practices for social media marketing. If you follow these, you'll begin to see your following and engagement grow. I promise. And lastly, we're going to go through an exercise that will help you outline, your social media goals and ensure that your feed reflects your company's brand and values. So there are some supporting documentation that was provided for this workshop. So make sure that you check your email if you haven't done that already. All right. Also, stick around to the end because we're going to give you a password to that way you can access a landing page with some top secret, super resourceful information. You don't want to miss it. Okay, so here are some of our favorite platforms for business: Snapchat, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. And we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of dive into each one of these. Now, keep in mind that if you're looking to do a deep dive on a very particular workshop, just let us know. We offer one right now for Instagram and Facebook, but if you're looking for something a bit more detailed, just shoot a note out to our team and we'll certainly sit down with you and share some additional info. Okay. So all about Snapchat for Business. We're going to start there. Snapchat is a photo and video-based social media platform that's accessed from a mobile device. Messaging is the core function of the app, which means communication primarily happens between 2 users or a group of users, but it can also be used to share content with a larger audience or following. Ads Manager is actually optimized to help companies target their audience. And ideal content is about 10 seconds long and needs to be eye-catching, light, and fun. So our top 3 features for Snapchat that we love. So there are many features in Snapchat that make it a great platform for marketing, but we don't have time to walk through all of them today. However, if you think Snapchat is the best platform for your business, send us an email at the end of the presentation and we'll be happy to host a custom workshop for your company. In the meantime, here are the top 3 things that we love. First off, we love Snapchat's ability to connect with a younger demographic with fun, lighthearted, and engaging content. With only 6% of businesses using Snapchat for marketing, it's a great way to stand out and show your brand's creative side. Secondly, Snapchat's ad targeting allows businesses to be precise when selecting the audience they'd like to reach. You can build an audience that will look similar to a list of users that have already interacted with your brand, or create a new audience based on key demographics like age, gender, income level, interests, or location. Lastly, Snapchat allows you to get really personal with your followers. On it, followers are called friends, and you can give your friends an exclusive behind-the-scenes look of your company. Sharing fun videos that capture your company's culture, sharing a sneak peek of a new product, or sharing snaps of your team setting up for an event are all great examples of storytelling content that will make your customers feel like they are part of your brand. So, who's doing it well for business? Now, we can talk about a couple different companies, but one that we like in particular is a local company here in Huntsville called Shrimp Basket. So one of the things that we love about this on Snapchat is that they advertise their happy hour specials during the months following their grand opening. So this is one way that they can advertise directly through the platform itself. What we like here is the message is extremely clear. They have an attractive graphic that right off the bat shows you exactly what it is that they are offering. And they also provide a swipe up feature, which will actually link to their website. So it's a perfect way to engage directly with their consumers. So, is Snapchat right for your business? Snapchat is really ideal for companies, again, with a light-hearted, fun brand and who has the ability to create highly entertaining content. I know this is not for everybody, but if your company's CEO has a big and goofy personality and they aren't afraid to flaunt it, Snapchat could be a really good fit for your business. It's also less competitive than other platforms, meaning less companies are using it than social giants like Facebook. That's simply because its audience is more niche. Trust me, your grandma is not on Snapchat. The primary consumer on Snapchat is between 18 and 34 years old. So if that's your audience, Snapchat could be a great way to reach them in a new way. If you're considering using Snapchat for your business, keep in mind that you need to be prepared to post 4 to 7 times per week to make an impact. And lastly, cross promotion or partnering with other brands to showcase yours and their products or services has proven to be an effective marketing strategy for local businesses. Snapchat has features that lend to cross promotion. So if that's a key part of your digital marketing strategy, then you should consider it. All right, so now we're going to talk about YouTube. YouTube is a video-driven social media network that, since its launch in 2005, has become a dominant platform for people who stream video online. There is only one, just one, online streaming source that beats out YouTube. Any guesses? If you guessed Netflix, you were right. YouTube has over 1 billion, with a B, users, with more than half of all views coming from mobile devices. And it is the second largest search engine platform behind, you guessed it, Google. 81% of all internet users ages 15 to 25 are actively using YouTube. And YouTube allows you to use keywords, which help your business gain more credibility around search engine optimization. So, some of the features that we love about YouTube. There is no better way for a customer to get to know you. This is such a great platform for you to be able to communicate with your customers and feature your subject matter expertise in the industry that you are in. Tutorial videos and how-tos and presentations on whatever industry that you're in is such a great way to engage with your customers and allow them to get to see you for who you are. Also, personalized business pages allow you to feature something new regularly, which means every time somebody comes back to your page, something new will be featured there. And there is a ton, and we mean a ton, of search engine optimization rich features. What does this mean? This means that you have lots of ways you can increase your search results or be recommended by other videos based on keywords that you use, metadata, tags, you name it. It's pretty cool. Also, display, overlay, skippable, non-skippable. There are tons and tons of advertising options, and they are very affordable. You only pay for ads that get clicked on, and you can drill down on your target audience and niche, kind of similar to Facebook. So, who is doing it really, really well on YouTube? Of course, we are in the Rocket City. So we wanted to pick someone who we love very much and is doing just a killer job on YouTube. If you guys haven't heard of it, definitely check it out. But Smarter Every Day, who is led by local Destin Sandlin, he really was trying to find a way to explain science in a really cool way to his kids. So what we love about this page is that right off the bat, you've got content everywhere. It's very creative. It's very out of the box. There's a lot of fun and entertaining things to be able to watch on his page. And we just love it because it takes sometimes an overly complex issue and simplifies it and makes it easy to understand. So with Destin and with Smarter Every Day, he's using this platform to establish himself as a thought leader and as a subject matter expert in what it is that he does. So people get to know him, they get to know his brand, they get to know his personality and the characteristics of how he teaches. And it's just a great way for him to build his brand and his reputation. Another thing that we love too is that he promotes other channels that help to further his education effort. So it's not all about him and it's not all about Smarter Every Day. It's for the betterment and education promotion to an audience that is really what fuels his page. And we love him for that. So is YouTube right for your business? So unlike other social platforms, it is all video, and it's a great way, to, again, to feature how-tos, entertaining minisodes, reviewing products, whatever the case might be. If you need to educate your audience or potential customers about what it is that you do or the service or product that you offer, this is a great way to do it. And guess what? It's free. Also, if your target audience is a bit of a younger generation, you should absolutely consider YouTube for your marketing mix because this is where they are at. Also, streaming is taking over traditional ways of watching shows and movies, and that's increased even more often recently. As more and more people use YouTube, it's the perfect place to run ads. And again, they're flexible and affordable. Lastly, businesses using YouTube should have the ability to make short videos and share them at least once per week in order to be successful. This is something that you really want to make sure that you do. You don't want to create one video and then not do anything for a really long time after that. So just keep that in mind. All right, next we are going to talk about Twitter. So in 2006, nearly 15 years ago, a little blue Tweety bird began showing up on screens all over the US. Yes, that was the launch of Twitter, a news feed-based social media platform that encourages individuals and brands to share their thoughts, ideas, and news to the world in 280 characters or less. Twitter boasts 330 million monthly users and 145 million daily active users, with 63% of them falling between the ages of 35 and 65. As you may remember, this age demographic is older than Snapchat's, but it's an age demographic that also represents the workforce, making Twitter a great platform for businesses to get in front of other business people. To be successful on Twitter, you need to post content highly relevant to the time. The best way to jump into conversations is to monitor frequently, use hashtags, and Twitter's, quote, trends for you section. Okay, so our top 3 things that we love about Twitter as it relates to your marketing strategy. First off, Twitter has become known as a news source for its users. As the traditional news landscape changes, many people rely on Twitter to get updates from local news stations, politicians, you might know of a big one who does that, influencers, businesses, and brands. We love that people go to Twitter hungry for the most relevant information and that businesses can jump on to connect quickly with their followers on all that's going on within their organization and industry. Secondly, with the right strategy, Twitter is a great place to demonstrate your company's personality, culture, and expertise. On Twitter, people and brands lean into humor and use it to pull in new customers. So, Twitter in many ways provides companies with an outlet to bridge businesses with fun to engage with new customers, and we love that. Finally, one could argue that Twitter is the most conversational of all traditional social media platforms. From tagging to commenting to retweeting, it's easy for your company to join a conversation or to start its own. So, who is using Twitter well for business? Well, for this example, we wanted to call out our friends at the Huntsville Convention and Visitors Bureau, known on Twitter as Visit Huntsville AL. The CVB does a great job of not only using Twitter to share its own news and initiatives, but also to retweet companies in Huntsville doing great things in the community, sharing local and encouraging community stories, and overall positioning itself as a fantastic community resource. Most impressively, everything they post reflects back to its mission to show the world that Huntsville is a great place to live. So, is Twitter right for your business? Twitter is a great platform for businesses with a confident voice who are looking to build thought leadership in their industry. Again, thinking about the CVB, now that they've positioned themselves as a leader in the community on all things live, play, visit Huntsville, followers know to check their page for community updates. Next, as we mentioned, Twitter is the most conversation focused of all social media platforms. So if you're going to commit to Twitter, make sure you or an employee has time to dedicate to checking Twitter frequently and responding promptly to your followers. You'll want to monitor your comments and retweets carefully to make sure that you don't miss anything. Now, while Twitter can certainly be used impactfully for B2Cs, which are consumer-facing companies, we've also found that Twitter works best for businesses trying to connect with other businesses, industry associations, and nonprofit organizations. Consumers are less likely to buy a product directly from Twitter as they are from other platforms, but a business might see your company's thought leadership and decide they need your services. Finally, to make an impact on Twitter, businesses should prepare to post 2 to 10 times per day. That may be too much for you guys. Luckily, there are so many great scheduling softwares out there. Hootsuite, Sprout Social, and Tweet, to name a few, that exist to help companies schedule posts in advance, which makes Twitter easier to manage. Hang around until the end and we'll give you some more information about some of our favorites. Okay, so now we're going to chat about LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, not the biggest brand you think of when you think of social media, but when used correctly, this can be a very, very powerful tool. Behind Facebook, LinkedIn is the second largest platform that's used for B2B marketing at 30%, if you can imagine that. It is the go-to place to promote your brand and business with the goal of building thought leadership and expanding upon your professional network. It's perfect for business development efforts and a great way to showcase your company's expertise and industry perspective. So similar to YouTube, which is really focused more on video, LinkedIn is a great place to also do that, but it allows you to do it in both video as well as copy and articles. LinkedIn has over 660 million users in more than 200 countries across the globe and allows for a simple way to broaden your professional network with just a few clicks. 57% of users are male and 43% are female, with 37% of US adults between the ages of 30 and 49 years old using the platform. And one thing that I think is really interesting about this is that recruitment is a big deal on LinkedIn. And what we found is that on average, a candidate found on LinkedIn is 40% less likely to leave their job within the first 6 months. So if you're looking to not only build your brand and build your company, but expand your team, this is definitely a place that you want to consider. So our top 3 for LinkedIn. So with LinkedIn, your company has a phenomenal opportunity to showcase its culture, values, expertise, and more importantly, your team members. This is a great place where your team can absolutely shine, and you can have all of your employees connected in one central place on your LinkedIn business page. It also really allows people to get a good glimpse of your culture, have some videos of what it's like to work there, and what your ethics are, and what you guys believe in, and what really drives your passion every single day. You can absolutely showcase this as robustly as you would like on your LinkedIn business page. Also, this is a really great tool that propels your expertise to the next level. So you can chime in on trending conversations, provide thought leadership in relevant groups, publish content like it's your own blog, and so much more. Not only does this help with individuals building out their brand, but companies chiming in on certain topics really helps to get your brand in the face of those potential customers or partners for that matter. And as your business grows, you need the best foundation possible, which means you need phenomenal talent. LinkedIn provides a unique way to recruit top-level candidates from all over the world. So, who is using it well on LinkedIn? So, if you guys aren't familiar with Deloitte, you should be. They're a huge company. They are a 175-year-old firm and a leading global provider of things like audit and assurance, consulting, financial advisory, risk advisory, you name it. They do a ton. They are massive, but their presence on LinkedIn is actually really, really great. If you take a look at their page, you can see that they are absolutely maximizing the LinkedIn business page. They've got information on what it's like to work there, pictures of some of their offices, pictures of their team, a detailed insight into what it's like to work there, which I love. Then they also leverage what's called affiliate pages. So a business page has the opportunity to have affiliate pages that are associated with it. So think of your company as an umbrella, and under that umbrella, you have all of these individual affiliate pages. Now, those can be used for a variety of things, whether or not you have a specific initiative underneath your company that you want to associate but not clog up the feed on your LinkedIn business page, or if you have a subsidiary that's associated with your company, or if you have an office in a different country, and perhaps maybe you want to keep some of those efforts in a separate way but still have it affiliated. Those are all the types of things that you can do here. And again, I know I talked about it before, but it's such a great way to be able to highlight your staff and promote the job opportunities that you have available here. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but they have over 10,000 jobs posted on LinkedIn, which is insane. Okay, so is LinkedIn right for your business? Again, this is the most business focused of the social media platforms, where you can be able to make new business connections and position your company as an industry expert. So if you want to be known as the go-to pool service provider in your community, boom, jump out on LinkedIn and start to build the content that supports that. Again, if you are looking to expand, you've got to have a killer team to be able to support that. So this is the tool to go out and find those top candidates. You can filter out by location, filter out by level of education, all sorts of different things, and be able to find the best fit for your company. Also, if your business leans heavily on sales, there's a built-in LinkedIn Sales Navigator, which is a phenomenal tool to consider. It really allows your sales team to be able to search for potential customers and business development opportunities and drill down to those folks in a very, very detailed way. You can also reach out to them directly through LinkedIn as well with Sales Navigator, whereas with regular membership, you don't have the ability to actually send them an email or do some direct outreach. So you can do direct outreach, but with Sales Navigator, it's a bit more detailed of what you can do. And then again, to be successful on LinkedIn, you really want to post about 1 to 7 company updates or articles per week, which is really when your audience is online, so either searching for business opportunities or looking for potential business development things. So think about LinkedIn. Okay, so now we are going to talk about Instagram. So Instagram has a 110 million users in the US and 1 billion with the B around the world. The average user spends about 28 minutes per day on Instagram and visits the platform multiple times a day. And to be honest, I probably spend far more time on Instagram than that each day. Instagram is the most popular traditional social platform for teens, and 37% of adults use it as well. Approximately 200 million users visit at least one business account each day. So know that Instagram isn't just for posting fun pictures of pets and sunsets anymore. Over the last several years, it's become a marketing must for some industries. Consumers are using Instagram to keep up with their favorite businesses. So there are so many reasons that we love Instagram for business, but in the interest of time, today we only had to narrow it down to 3. So we love that Instagram is visually captivating and allows you to flex your creative muscles and figure out how to represent your business in the most eye-catching way possible. Also, Instagram is a great platform for engaging with other accounts. Tagging features also allows your customers to share their experiences with you in a fun, informal way. Lastly, want to dive into videos but not ready for a full YouTube channel yet? IGTV or Instagram TV allows you to get your feet wet in the video world while reaching your Instagram followers in a new way. So, who's doing it well? Once again, there are so many local brands using Instagram extremely impactfully for their business. But for this example, we had to highlight Elitaire Boutique. They crush the Instagram game. Here are a few examples of how they are using Instagram so well. First, Elitaire Boutique uses recurring themes to keep their customers coming back for more. In this far left picture, you can see an example of a hashtag Shoe Tuesday post. Elatere followers know that every Tuesday is Shoe Tuesday, and they can check back to see the latest trends, what's new in store, and what deals they have and sales that's going on. On the right, we have an example of how Elatere supports other local brands. In a town like Huntsville, cross-promotion is key to a successful Instagram strategy. Elatere does a great job of showcasing the stories and products of brands they support and sell in their store. Finally, Elatere does a great job of not only building a following, but building and nurturing a community through Instagram. This is actually a picture of one of our team members wearing a dress she bought from Elatere. An avid follower of their page, she tagged them in her post and was featured on their feed. That made her feel so special and only made her loyalty to the shop grow stronger. Many others in the community have been featured and feel the same way. Community building is so important. So, Instagram stories. We can't move on from Instagram without talking about Instagram stories, which are 15-second videos and graphics that stay in a story reel at the top of an account's Instagram feed for 24 hours only. After that, they can either be preserved by adding it to a highlight or it disappears forever. You aren't using Instagram right unless you are using stories. And of course, Elatere is a great example of how to use stories well. Kayla, who you see pictured here at Elatere, jumps on stories every day to share store updates, offer encouragement, try on new clothes that customers can picture themselves in them, and of course, to share new products. So, is Instagram right for your business? Instagram works best for brands with highly visible, attractive products, such as clothing, food and beverages, event space, and more. If your business fits into any of these categories or has the ability to create beautiful content that showcases the product or services you sell, you should absolutely be on Instagram. Companies with the ability to curate photos and videos that reflect its brand in a way that tells a compelling story should also consider Instagram. Instagram's shop feature allows you to buy products directly from the app. If your main objective is to sell items, consider using this platform. Facebook owns Instagram, and so the two platforms work really well together. You can link your accounts to post one piece of content to both simultaneously. So if you're already using Facebook and you're looking to take on another platform, Instagram could be a great fit of how well the two work together. All right, so we are going to dive into Facebook. First things first, there is so much that we can talk about when it comes to Facebook. It's been around for a while and has changed so much over the years. If you're looking to get a deeper understanding of this tool and how you can use it to help your business, please think about jumping into our Facebook Deep Dive webinar. Head over to our website and learn more. That way you can just download it right from the website. So, couple fun facts. There has actually been a decline in Facebook marketing. For the first time in the last 5 years, Facebook lost shares as the most important platform for most marketers, dropping from 67% in 2018 to 61% in 2019. However, Facebook is still alive and kicking with more than 1 billion active users on the platform. It's appealing that it provides real-time information, but with a deeper feel and a more in-depth platform for discussion. There's also no limitation to characters, which makes it a great conversational platform. Also, we love the advertising suite that's built into Facebook. It gives you a lot of options. So, our top 3 for Facebook, some of the features that we love. So, Facebook is your digital storefront. You can promote your products, engage with your customers, develop thought leadership, showcase culture, and so much more. There's so much you can do. Oh, and by the way, it's completely free. Secondly, using things like groups and Messenger and Facebook Live and watch parties really allows you to create a relationship with your customers that you just can't get anywhere else. If you were to try to attempt this without Facebook, it would cost you a ton. And lastly, again, Ads Manager. There are so many different promotional features that offer so much flexibility and intuitive data. If you're looking to be very, very targeted with who you're reaching out to and you don't want to spend a ton of money, head on over to Facebook and try it out there. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. So who's doing it well for Facebook? We absolutely love this brand and we feel that they are doing really, really well. Yes, this is not a Huntsville local, but they happen to be one of our favorites. This is Cliff Bar. What we love about Cliff Bar, and you can't tell from this photo here, but this cover image that they have up here is actually a video. So as soon as you get to their Facebook business page, you are instantly thrust into who they are and what they believe in. They celebrate their customer who are athletes and people who are looking to provide great nutrition for their bodies. And they really emit that message throughout everything that they do here. And everything on their page is so relevant to who they are as a company. They really engage with their audience as well. And go back and forth with them through commenting and posting, ask questions. They do all sorts of different types of stuff. One of the things too that we love about them is that they do all these really fun campaigns. Whoever's doing their advertising is totally killing it, by the way. But they do these campaigns called things like Behind the Bar and Cliff Coffee Collection, which is a video series where they encourage people to watch and engage. They also have a campaign called Sweet and Salty Collection, where they encourage their audience to submit pictures of them being sweet and of them being salty, which is super cute. And again, it keeps their audience engaged, which is probably the most important thing that they can do. So, is Facebook right for your business? I gotta say, the answer needs to be yes, period. If you are a business, the bottom line, yes, be on Facebook. Consumers do one of two things when they research a company, brand, person, or product. Can you guess what those are? They either Google you or they go to Facebook and see if they can find you. So you gotta be there. You can also be so targeted, which means that you're way more impactful and efficient with the money that you spend on advertising. You can really, really drill down and target that 31-year-old white woman who lives in Huntsville, Alabama and has children. Or you can, target that, that African-American male that lives in, 10-mile radius of Birmingham, Alabama, and is interested in tennis. Like, you can get super, super detailed, which means you are being very refined and very targeted and way more efficient with your ad spend. Also, we love Facebook as it relates to engaging with your customer. As we mentioned, you can absolutely go back and forth with your customer through Messenger, through Facebook Live. They can chime in and ask questions. But guess what? Nobody wants to send an email to a company and wait 24 hours for a response anymore. I hate to say it, people just don't have the patience. But you know what they can do? They can go onto Facebook Messenger and ping you immediately right from there, which makes it very, very easy for you to engage with your customer right off the bat. Also, the amount of content that you can be able to post on Facebook is limitless. You can do carousel ads and coupon ads and video ads, all sorts of stuff. So it doesn't take a lot of knowledge to figure this out. And again, if you're interested in doing that, definitely check out our Facebook deep dive. Okay, so we have a little workshop that we're going to get into. And again, we're going to walk you through how to kind of come up with a good social media strategy and where you should be. But before we do that, we're going to give you our top 5 social media best practices. So number 1, pick a platform and rock it. So many of our clients think that they need to be on every single social media platform because they're available. That is not true. Guess what? By you only giving each platform 30% because you don't have the time and resources and having a poor representation of your brand on social media, that can do way more harm than good. So pick a platform, totally rock it, figure it out, invest in it, do it really, really well, and then think about doing something else. Also, it's not about how often you post, but it's the quality of your posts. Don't just post something for the sake of doing it. Make sure that it's actually compelling and relevant and people actually care about it. You want to make sure that what you are providing to your audience, that it's relevant and information that really hits on either pain points or providing education to the service or industry that you offer. Third, you really want to know your audience. So you're not going to be successful unless you learn how to captivate the right people who would be interested in your products or services. So know who you're targeting and understand how to message to them, again, to make sure that your content is relevant. And number 4, you can't just post on social media or create a business page and expect all of these customers to come to you. You have to engage. You've got to post and then comment and jump into groups and engage and build your brand. It doesn't just, it doesn't just flourish without you actually being present and taking a dedicated effort to be able to expand upon what it is that you're doing. So don't be a wallflower. And lastly, if nothing else, please be true to your brand and to yourself. You have to be authentic. Please don't pretend to be somebody else on social media. That way, when they actually do meet you, you're totally different than who you are. People love people, like real people, not those fake people that you sometimes see on social media or TV. So be yourself. Everything that you post should absolutely reflect the personality of your organization. Okay. So typically during our webinars, we have a hands-on workshop. We really walk through this. But since you weren't able to attend, we're going to just walk through some ways to that'll help you kind of figure out how to figure out which platform is right for you. So go ahead and pull out a sheet of paper, and we want you to go ahead and think about what social media platform that you would like to begin working on. So first, describe your company in 3 words or traits. So we want you to dig deep here and think about what makes your company special. At Flourish, we believe every company has at least a few traits that set it apart from its competitors. And those traits are exactly what will make customers choose you. Maybe you are customer service focused, family owned, and offer affordable prices. There's an example. Now, go ahead and write your 3 down. Okay, write them down and give it a lot of thought. All right, next, define your audience. As an example, let's imagine that we are defining the audience for a pool company, as I mentioned earlier. That business's audience would be homeowners, probably primarily between the ages of 30 and 70. Maybe the income level would be likely, middle to upper class. Maybe they have children or grandchildren. Perhaps they are concerned about pool safety, how to maintain their pool, and how to maximize outdoor summer fun. So write down who your audience is and try to figure out the best way to relate to them. Write down everything you'd like to know about them. Perhaps when they are online, what else interests them, and what other companies they are currently interacting with on social. This will help inform you where you should start with your market research. Okay, so next you want to name your company's main goal. To start, just pick one. Is it build brand awareness, sell a product or service, gain customer leads, raise money, facilitate research? Just write that down. And then next, what we're going to do, we're going to give you an example of maybe what this might look like so far. And this is based on our business, Flourish. So we personally believe that Flourish is an innovative, we support small businesses, and we work hard and play hard. Now, our core audience is a business owner, CEO, COO, or other top-level executive of a small to medium-sized company that is looking to take their business to the next level, or are looking to revamp their existing marketing and business strategies to maintain a competitive edge. And lastly, our goal is to sell through our social media and our services. So we want to be able to let people know what we have to offer. All right, so next, we also want you to think about the content calendar, which is really, really important. And this is kind of the fun part. So what is a content calendar and why do you need one? A content calendar is a written or digital schedule outlining what you're doing and what you're going to post on social media and when. A good content calendar is strategic, and the content always points back to your company's core goal, which keeps you identified. Now, one of the best things about a content calendar is it holds you accountable and keeps you on track. It helps you see what's coming and encourages you to create content that you'd like to share. So, of course, you can make a content calendar work for you, but you really want to think about what type of content you want to create. Okay, so think about that. And there's lots of tools that can actually help you with this, and you can actually use some tools to schedule out some of that content. So think about what you want to post and when, and write that down. And this is something that you should actually invest some time into. Realize you can't do it right now, but just put some time into it. Okay, so There are a ton of tools that can help with that, but we've got some additional information for you, as we mentioned. So since you are watching this webinar, you will also get an email that will direct you to a landing page that will have a ton of information that will help you on your social media journey. So please make sure that you visit that website and enter the password social savvy. Keep in mind that the password is case sensitive and you do want to include a space there. So social savvy, write that down because you're going to be able to use that to get a ton of information that will help you with this webinar. Okay, we are so glad that you joined us today. We hope that you found this helpful and informative. Please make sure to go check out some of the other webinars that we offer because they are chock full of information. So don't forget about those. And again, if you have any questions or need help with anything, go ahead and shoot us over an email at hello@flourishconsultingservices.com, or you can go follow us on social media. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we hope you have an awesome day. See you later.